What's up, guys? I'm Jed Abendroth, and this is Big Man Fitness. Alright, don't forget to reach on down here, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and give this video a big thumbs up. Always helps with the channel. And speaking of helping with the channel, don't forget to share this on Facebook, Twitter, through email. Share it to your friends, your family, people that may find it informative or at least entertaining. Help my channel out if you don't mind, and help me bring more and more videos to you. Alright, I know I've brought you along this journey. We've done motivation, we've done all this. So today, I want to give you my top 3 easier said than done things when it comes to fitness. Now in life, we always notice that there are always those things that, well, we always talk about, well, that's a lot easier said than done. And these are even true in fitness as far as, well, that's really easy to say, but it's not as easy to accomplish, especially when you do it every day in the long term and keep pushing yourself to always try to be a little better. So this is my list of the top 3 things that, well, they sound really easy, but give it a few weeks and sometimes it's a lot harder than, well, honestly, it's a lot harder than it is to do or to say. But here's number 3. Eating out. Eat home more, stop eating out. And I say this because, well, with the predominance of, well, really processed food and not knowing exactly what goes in. I know a lot of people have done like their little research and whatnot of, I hate to do this, but McDonald's. So fast, so easy, super cheap, right? And I fall in that trap. Get stuck at work. Alright, it's late. I gotta get something in me. By the time I get home, it's time to go to bed. So I'm not gonna be able to eat my meal prep. Let me just stop and get something real quick. Wrong. Okay? So they've done their research and they've said, okay, a McDonald's cheeseburger is 350 calories. But then when they actually have it, test it at a local university or someone that can really test the food, well, they find that the cheeseburger is closer to 550 calories versus that 350. And I'm using these numbers as examples. I don't know exactly what it is. Well, that's a lot of calories. And it's because it's processed. See, these companies probably turn in their best sample for what is to the FDA or whoever that does the labeling or certifies the labeling. They're turning in their best samples, making sure it's as low as possible because, obviously they want the people certifying want to see really good results. Same goes for restaurants. Man, you want that steak, it's being cooked in butter, all types of seasonings. Do it at home, and you control how it's cooked, how much, what's the actual weight of it. You can weigh it. And really kind of track your macros that way. It's almost impossible to truly track macros if you're eating out. Smaller businesses, especially mom and pop businesses, well, they're not going to have that kind of information for you. And if they do, how accurate is it really? Because yesterday Jim Bob was cooking and today Billy Joe was cooking. They might have slightly different cook styles, so then do you get extra butter? Do you get less butter? Do you get more of this, less of that seasoning, more mayo? And it really boils down to, it's just, it's not as healthy as eating at home. Doing meal preps is a science. It takes time. I got my meal preps down to, it takes about an hour and a half of actual cook time and maybe 40 minutes of my personal time, because I put it in the oven, of just getting it ready and getting that meal prep done. And that's why I say it's a lot easier to say than do, because we all get caught up in these situations where, well, let me just stop and grab something real quick. I'm running late. This is happening. That's happening. And before you know it, you've done it 4 or 5 times this week, or you've done it 4 or 5 times this month. And it does. It becomes very difficult. And it's something that I think we all can and should kind of focus on, and just try not to eat out and make it more of a treat. Once or twice a month, man, I haven't seen my friends or my family. Let's all go out to dinner, and that's perfectly fine. It's those quick little stops, especially as cheap as some of these places are, 2 for $1, 3 for $1, or 2 for $3, whatever those deals are. And that adds up too. Those costs add up, where it is actually truly cheaper to eat at home. I shop at Aldi myself personally. I can do a month's worth of food for about $160. It's very boring. It's not the most fun food, but you know what, honestly, that one day a week I do kind of allow a cheat, even though I try to make sure it still stays within my macros. It's something different every week. But it not only is it allowing me to track my macros better, it's a lot cheaper. Again, $160 for like the month. Maybe a little more. That's nothing. I couldn't eat out every day for 2 weeks for $160. So to be able to get a whole month in, the benefits are there. So there's a cost benefit and the health benefit of just trying not to eat out. Again, I know this is a lot easier said than done. Number 2, comparing yourself to others. It's a mental game, and I know we look at others and we say, hey, you know what? I want what they have. What we don't get to see is all the hard work that they put into getting, especially when it comes to fitness. You see those bodybuilders, you see those people that look really cut and clean and just look amazing. And it's one thing to say, you know what, I want what they have, I want to put the work in, I'm going to do it. But there's a very fine line to looking at that and saying that's what I want, versus, hey, I want, and kind of getting yourself worked up because how come they have it and I don't? You're setting yourself up for failure, realistically, when we're just comparing ourselves in that manner to someone else that has actually put in the work. And this is across the board for life. You see someone in certain spots in life, and I sometimes I would like to blame like MTV and what's that show, Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. You see a lot of people, well, why they have it, I don't. Because what we don't see is that hard work that's put in all the time. And this is especially true with fitness. These people that are kind of, we look at as idols, well, we don't see all the sacrifices they have made to get that physique that they have and get that kind of ambiance that they carry around with them, right? Like they're that big size, for me, like I look at like people like Arnold and The Rock, and I don't want to look just like them, but I would like to look somewhat like them, and I know that's near impossible just because how big I let myself get. I'm gonna have a lot of loose skin. But they're goals. It's an end goal, something I want to achieve and be able to maintain. So it's okay to look at somebody and say, I want to put in the hard work and get to that spot. It's not okay to say, why can't I have what they have? It looks so easy for them. Well, they've built routines. It does look easy because they've been doing it for so long that, well, it is easy for them. It's just a wake up and do it every day type scenario that they've done it for so long. They should be able to kind of do it easily, right? And it's never always easy. There are those injuries and other things that we've all discussed here that play a big part in, well, trying to look that good that way. All right, guys, my number one, easier said than done. Stop basically looking at yourself every day, weighing yourself every day. I fall into this trap sometimes to lose a pound today, and I've had to literally set myself for really once a week I get my weight. That's every Monday morning I do Monday morning because that's after my cheat day. It's going to be the heaviest I'm going to be for the week. And I'd use that to judge, okay, where am I? What worked last week? What didn't work last week? And by getting that, so Sunday I kind of spend doing the whole what worked, what didn't work. Did I feel like I lost weight or gained weight? And I kind of play this mental game with myself of trying to make it fun so that I can come Monday morning, weigh myself, okay, about where I thought it was, or maybe I'm way off from where I thought it was. And now it's time to make those adjustments and figure out, okay, how do I get to where I wanted to be for this week? And try to make those little micro adjustments to keep pushing and keep doing. But it's very easy to fall into that trap of, hey man, I need to weigh myself. To like every day I'm looking in the mirror, did anything change? You know, checking myself out, because, well, honestly, that's what we want. We want those changes. It takes time. I've fallen into that trap myself. I'm sure some of you have. You got to make it like a, at least for me, I had to make it like a kind of like a fun little game of what changed, what didn't change, but in a weekly setting, so that I give myself time to actually change. And yeah, it's not going to be really anything physically that I can see, but the scale will tell me enough of, okay, that's working, this isn't working. And honestly, because you see yourself every day, it takes months before you yourself notice a change, where other people who don't see you every day are going to notice that change almost immediately, because you are changing. Believe it or not, you are changing. Stop pushing yourself like, well, why, and trying to check everything at daily and trying to make those daily changes that ultimately are going to end up being your failure, versus actually getting where you want to go. So those are my top 3. Easier said than done. It's easy to not eat out, or it's easy to say not eat out than it is to actually do when you're passing these places, you're starving, you cut too many calories for the day or the week, and you stop, or whatever the case may be. It's much easier said than done, comparing yourself to others and really kind of getting to that, well, why can't I have what they have? It's a trap, I'm telling you. It's one thing to look at someone and say, okay, that's the end goal. But if you do it too much, you tend to fall into that trap and you say, oh God, why can't I have what they have? And then, of course, number 1, stop weighing yourself. Stop getting that little daily, and we get it from social media. We want that instant gratification of, oh, this is working, or this. Give it time. It's not going to happen overnight. It takes a lot of hard work. So really stick with it. You'll be okay. All right, guys. Again, that's my 3 top things. Easier said than done. Don't forget to reach on down here. Hit that subscribe button. Ring the bell for notifications. And as always, give this video a big thumbs up. You can also find me on Facebook at Jedediah Raymond Abendroth. From there, I can lead you to the channel that I've made, or the page I've made for this channel. And we can continue the discussions there. You can also find me on Twitter and on Instagram at JedFDK. Please reach out to me. If not, just give me a follow. I post a lot. I don't post as much as I'd like to, but I'm trying to get posting more. And hopefully I post some content that you really like. If you don't feel comfortable reaching out to me on any of these platforms, then please send me an email. bmfjed@gmail.com. I always answer within 24 hours, if not an hour or 2. Once you email me, I got the emails coming in onto my really any of my devices, so I can easily respond back and get back to you guys. All right, guys. So again, that's what I had for this week. So stay fit, stay healthy, and I'll see you next week. Hey.